Hello and welcome to Outdoor Enthusiast magazine. Today we're going to take a look at a range of products from Nikwax suitable for cleaning and waterproofing both your shell jacket and your boots. With winter certainly on the way out and spring almost here, it's time to take a look at your kit, get it in the best of condition to enable you to go outdoors and not get that soggy feeling. So first up I'm going to take a look at boots. These are a bracer boot. They've got a nubuck finish to the leather as opposed to a nice shiny smooth leather in a more traditional boot. So I'm going to use the Nikwax fabric and leatherproof sponge applicator fluid. If these were a smooth leather, a nice shiny leather, I could use the waterproofing wax for leather, which is a simple cream which you'd apply to any smooth leather product. Could be motorbike leathers, even your handbags or saddle, something like that, which will nourish your leather and keep it waterproof, but it does tend to ruin the nice finish on nubuck. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this, which is the fabric and leatherproof. This can be used on both synthetic boots and leather boots like these, and it comes with a nice sponge applicator. So you see that I've given these boots a good clean beforehand. Nikwax do produce a product for that. Luckily these weren't too dirty, so a bit of wet cloth did that. Taking all the laces out, give this a good shake. You see there's a nice sponge applicator here, so you don't even need another cloth. So you need to give it a good press to break the seal on the sponge, and then just apply it away. And you can be quite liberal with it. Get it all over, get it all into the seams, into any of the, you see here there's some seams on the boots where there's stitching, so press it right into the stitching, make sure that it gets all over the boot, into every bit of leather possible. The sponge makes it pretty easy to do that. You can give it a good shove to squeeze some more out. Do that all over, wait 2 minutes, and then wipe off any excess. Give it a chance to soak in and sort of get right into the leather and get it all waterproof. These have got a Gore-Tex lining, so in theory, the outer leather is not going to have to do much. But if you get these boots really wet and the Gore-Tex can't breathe, then you're going to start to lose some of the breathability. So it's a good idea to give the outer coating of the boot a bit of a coat, just to try and repel the worst of the water before it even gets into the leather. Right, so now that our boots are nice and waterproof, it's time to have a look at our shell jacket. Now obviously we want our waterproofs to be waterproof, and this is a bit of a two-stage process. You'll all remember the as new waterproof effect, where the rain falls on it, beads off and rolls off nicely, and it's all very exciting. However, this doesn't last, depending on how often you use it, how often your rucksack straps rub on it, how rough you are with your jacket. That outer surface, the DWR, starts to wear off and needs to be replaced. Luckily, it's just a simple liquid application, which we'll get to in a minute. But first of all, we need to make sure our jacket's nice and clean. Again, depending on what you're doing with it, you could have your jacket coated in blood, mud, grease, grime, all that kind of stuff. Certainly body oils on the inside that stop everything working properly. Now, if you've got a Gore-Tex membrane or an event membrane or some proprietary membrane, that's got pores in it which let the water vapor out but don't let the liquid water in, so they get clogged with your sweat and all your nasty things that your body produces, and stops it breathing. If your jacket's not breathing, you're going to get wet from the inside. So first step is to make sure that's all clean. Now Nikwax produce a product to do that, which is a tech wash, obviously named, and this is a washing cleaner for waterproof textiles. Again, available in a bottle like this, which has got multiple portions measured with the cap. Or you get a single-use sachet like this if you've only got a couple of things to do. This will wash 2 items, so maybe your shell jacket and your waterproof trousers, or a couple of shell jackets, something like that. Now, pretty simple to do, but you've got to prepare your washing machine. The detergents you use for your everyday washing of your pants and socks, they work by breaking down the surface tension on the water to make sure the water can penetrate right into your garments, into your dirty jeans, and get all the dirt out of it, which is exactly what you don't want your waterproofs to do. You want your waterproofs to maintain that surface tension, let the water bead off. So the first step is to clean any trace of detergent from your washing machine. some people suggest that you should be running your washing machine a couple of times with no load and no detergent, just to clean out all the pipes and things. I think that's a bit of a waste of energy and not particularly environmentally friendly, so I just take out the detergent tray, give that a good rinse and wipe off anything that's too obvious, any build up of powder that's too obvious before I do it. So once you've done that, stick your garment or garments into the washing machine, put the sachet into the detergent tray, again making sure there's no detergent in there, or measure out the required number of capfuls from the bottle, and then simply run a 30-degree synthetic wash. Once you've done that, your garment will come out hopefully nice and damp, and you don't need to dry it or anything. You can get straight on with the waterproofing, and for that we use the Nikwax TX Direct Wash-In. Again, available in a bottle with multiple portions measured with the cap, or in a single-use sachet like this if you've only got one jacket to do. It's just the one garment for this, so just one sachet, one garment, easy. So again, stick your garment into the washing machine, stick the TX Direct Wash-In into the detergent tray, run a 30-degree synthetic cycle with a slow spin, and that's it. Nikwax suggests that if your garment, which has got taped seams, you'll notice that there'll be a bit of tape on the inside, on the seams. If you've got taped seams and that tape's starting to come off, you probably don't want to put that in the washing machine. You'll want to use one of the other applications. Otherwise the tape seams are going to come off and it's all going to get ruined. So if that is the case, or you don't want to use the wash-in, they produce the same thing with a pump action spray bottle, which means you can just coat what you want. So if for some reason you want to coat the inside, or your garment's not going to be suitable for putting in the washing machine, you simply spray it on the outside. You get it wet, spray the outside of it, let it wipe off the excess, let it dry, and it has the same effect. So two-stage process. Tech wash to make sure your garment's ready for waterproofing. Take it out of the machine while it's still wet, stick it back in the machine, TX Direct Wash-In, away you go. Of course, not everyone has a washing machine. Maybe you use a laundrette where trying to clean detergent out isn't really an option and people start to look at you funny. So both these products are suitable for hand washing. In order to do that, get a nice big bowl of hand hot water, stick your product in, obviously start off with a tech wash, stick the tech wash into the bowl, put your garment in, give it a really good shake, make sure that the water's getting into every fold in the fabric, it's coating it all really, really nicely, then leave it to soak for 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, take the garment out and rinse it at least 3 times in clean water just to make sure there's no build-ups of tech wash in the folds or anything like that. And then you don't have to wait for it to dry, you can get straight on with your TX Direct. So same situation, empty the bowl out, refill it with hand hot water, put your TX Direct in, put the garment in, agitate it for a bit to make sure it's really coating all the surfaces, and then leave it for 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, take it out, give it a really good rinse in clean water, make sure the water's running clear off it, and there you go. Leave it to dry and your garment should be waterproof.